Welcome to Leadership Tidbits. I am your host, Tywauna Wilson, and I have another amazing mentor in our virtual learning laboratory with us this evening. So if you could first come in, introduce yourselves, let us know where you are coming in from. We would love for you to come in before I introduce our mentor for today. So if you are live on LinkedIn, please share this broadcast out with your network. If you're over there on Facebook, we're on the Direct Impact Broadcasting webpage, so make sure you share it out to your audience. If you are on YouTube, we're also on the Direct Impact Broadcasting webpage, so make sure you share that out so that others can join us in our virtual learning laboratory. So come in and check in and let us know who you are and where you are coming in from. And I'm going to share this out myself. So come on in, let us know where you're coming in from. And you all are in for a treat. You are truly in for a treat today. I am super excited about our mentor today. We actually have one of my mentors here in the virtual learning laboratory. And so I'm super excited about that. Her name is Dr. Christine Handy. And let me tell you, Christine, I'm just so blessed and fortunate to have her on my path. I mean, she was the first person that actually got me to write my first book. If it wasn't for Dr. Handy, I wouldn't even have gotten on the book journey. She is a person that is about her word. She is a master collaborator. And I'm telling you, if you are in the education sector, she is somebody that you need to know. She is totally awesome. I am honored to call her my mentor, my friend, my big sister, my sorority sister, my JMT sister, my fearless sister. And without further ado, Dr. Handy, if you could let the people know a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your leadership journey and what you're going to talk about tonight.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. You are more than kind with those words. And you would have written a book. It just would have maybe been a little bit later, but you would have done that because you're amazing. So, I'm excited to be here tonight. As Tywauna has stated, I am an educator, I am an entrepreneur, I am an author, I am a speaker, I am a friend, a mentor. I wear many, many hats, and I have been in the education space. I've been a high school principal for 20 years. So that lets you know I'm a little bit crazy. Love what I do and what I did as a high school principal. And, so that has been my passion. Leadership is my passion. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I think since I was a little girl, I think I'm an original hustler. They call me an OG, I'm an OH. Because, I started, door to door selling flower seeds. I was a newspaper girl. They don't even do those kinds of things anymore. But I have done it all. Throughout my life, I've been an entrepreneur, and still today. Certainly an entrepreneur. And, I love just sharing. I share, and so when I get to have an opportunity to speak, like I'm speaking to you tonight, it is an opportunity to share, what God has given me And I believe that, you have to share your gifts, right? Your gifts are not for you to keep all to yourself. They are for you to share. I've had a lot of amazing experiences throughout my career. I've had a lot of firsts. I've been, the first African-American to be a principal of some schools that I've headed. I've been the first African-American woman to lead the National Association of Secondary School Principals. I served as the national president, and I was only the 7th woman, the first African-American woman, and the second person of color in over 100 years of the organization. And currently I am the president of our association in our school district, basically the union. So I work with the union and lead that work. So leadership matters. I take it seriously. And I'm excited tonight to really talk about the power of mindset. It's all in your head. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to hear more and excited for you to get started. So I will go ahead and pull your presentation up and you can take it away.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, I'm going to be talking about it's all in your head, the power of mindset. So let me just tell you a little bit more about me. I am the oldest of 5 children raised by a single mother. So, I share that to tell you that, I've been leading all my life because I was the oldest. I was in charge because I was, we had a single mother. And as soon as, I was old enough, my mother didn't have to get a babysitter. Guess what? I was in charge. So my siblings would tell you that I was bossy, but I just call that leadership. And so, my mom she was dependent on me. I'm thankful for the experiences that I had. Today I tell people that I educate, motivate, and prayerfully elevate others to realize their goals, dreams, and their financial aspirations. I've had a lot of successes in my career. Serving as a high school principal for more than 20 years. And, I'm still leading today in another way. And so many times, throughout my journey, I've had to check myself. And when I say check myself, I had to lose my mind. So let me tell you a little bit, like your mindset, it really matters. So when I tell people, I'm like, you have to lose your mind, and that's okay, because that means you have to change your mindset. Some people, when they say, oh, she changes her mind. Yes, you have to change your mind. So I want to just tell you a little bit a story. I remember when I was a little girl and we were, as a family, I'm the oldest of 5, and we were watching a movie, and it was a scary movie. And, when I went to bed that night, I was still scared from the movie. And so I swore that something was in the closet, and I just couldn't go to sleep. And, my mom, she kind of heard that, she heard me rustling, and I think I was crying because I was really scared that something was in the closet. Now, my baby sister, she was already asleep. So my mom came in the room and she asked me, like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? And I was like, there's something in the closet. And she said these words to me: there's nothing in the closet. It's all in your head. So she opened the closet door to show me that there was nothing in the closet. She's like, now go to sleep. So she said to me, it's all in your head. And she was right. So there are a lot of things in our head, that places limitations, on our mindset. So tonight, that's what I want to talk to you about, the power of mindset. So there are some things that you have to get out of your head, right? And then make some replacements. So we're going to dive in, and we're going to just start out by just kind of talking about what is mindset. So mindset is really, it's a way of thinking. All right. So I always tell people that it's okay to talk to yourself, right? So you're not crazy if you talk to yourself. If you think about it, we do that a lot. So mindset is like your mental attitude. It's what you say when you talk to yourself. You can talk yourself into things and you can talk yourself out of things. So I know that if you just really think about it, you do talk to yourself. When you're doing something that you probably shouldn't be doing, you tell yourself, you really shouldn't be doing this. I'll just give you an example. Getting ready to eat something. Say you are watching your diet, what you eat, and you know that you should not stop and get that extra tall latte or whatever from Starbucks, or stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get some donuts. You know you shouldn't, because you're saying to yourself, I really shouldn't get any sweets right now. I don't need any sweets. I said I wasn't going to eat sweets, and you would anyway. But sometimes you talk yourself out of it. You just say, okay, keep going, keep going. I have to do that with the ice cream place. So that's my weakness, is Brewster's ice cream. So sometimes if I drive by, I have to tell myself, Christine, you don't need ice cream. You don't need ice cream. Right. But then there's sometimes I've had a bad day and I use that for my excuse. And I tell myself, it's okay to get yourself some ice cream today because you've had a bad day. You're talking to yourself. There's nobody else in the car with you and you're not saying it out loud. You are talking in your head to yourself. So what do you say when you talk to yourself? That is your mindset. How you view yourself, your place in the world. How do you view your place in the world? These are things that is a part of your mindset. And really, it's all in your head. You control your mindset. The things that you say to yourself, you're in control. And so we're going to talk about that tonight. Now, these two mindsets right here have been made famous by Carol Dweck. You know, there's been a lot of work. Everybody talk about these two a lot. Growth mindset and fixed mindset. Now that, start on the fixed mindset. That's very limiting. All right. People who have a fixed mindset, they avoid challenges. They give up easily. They don't try new things. They're threatened by others' success. They're looking at other people and saying, oh no, I couldn't do that. We see a lot of people posting things on social media. And, some people look at that and say, oh, no, I couldn't do that. Or she can do that because she's this, or he can do that because he's that. Or, that's that fixed mindset. Desire to look smart, but not necessarily do smart things, because we don't really think we can do that. We think that we're limited in our learning. Oh, I've been doing it this way all my life. I can't change. That's a fixed mindset. Effort is fruitless. Like, it doesn't matter. I could do, all of these things, but I'm still not going to get anywhere. I've tried before. I tried that before. It didn't get me anywhere. So effort is fruitless. We ignore feedback when you have a fixed mindset. Don't pay anybody any attention when they're giving you some feedback, or even if they're telling you you can do it. You're like, nah, no, I can't. I tried it before. I wasn't any good at it. That's that fixed mindset. Believing that you have fixed abilities, that you can't learn new things. One of the quotes that people say is, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, you can. Because, see, that's that fixed mindset. But we're going to move over to the other side, the growth mindset. Now, that's freedom, right? No matter, you can persevere in the face of failure. I read a great book one time when I was going through some tough times early in my school leadership career. And I read a book by John Maxwell called Failing Forward. Woo! That just made a difference for me. Failing forward. Like, it's okay to fail forward, right? You don't have to go backwards, fail forward. Learn from your mistakes. Children are the best. When a child starts learning to walk, they take a couple of steps, they fall down. They don't sit down and say, I'll never do this, right? They get up again, and we laugh at them, and they laugh at themselves, and they just keep on trying until all of a sudden they can go across the floor, and they learn, like, oh, wow, this is pretty cool. It can get me from here to there. So you can face your failures. You will fail forward. You keep trying. You learn from that. Effort is required to build new skills. So you can learn new skills. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but they do have to put in the effort. It takes effort. You have to be willing to do that. But when you have a growth mindset, you're willing to do that. You find inspiration in others' success. I don't know about you, but when I see people doing what I want to do, or I see people achieving things that I want to achieve, I am inspired by their success. When I see people, losing weight, releasing weight, I am inspired. When I see people, achieving millionaire status, I am inspired because I'm thinking they don't have anything on me but a head start, right? So I'm thinking I can do that too. So I watch other people, I watch their journey, and I'm like, I can do that too. I am inspired by other success because I have a growth mindset. I don't think, oh no, I can never do what they do. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But effort is required to do that. I embrace challenges. If you read other people's success story, they will share with you the challenges that they had along the way. And so I already know that challenges are a part of the journey. And so when you have a growth mindset, you don't give up when you have challenges. You have to persevere, right? You have to work through it. And you have to tell yourself, this too shall pass, right? That's one of our favorite quotes. This too shall pass. So we embrace challenges and know that that is a part of the journey. I challenge you to read some people's success stories. When you read their success stories, they're going to share their journey, and you will see that they have had many challenges along the way. People, most people do not just wake up successful. They put in a lot of work to make it happen. You have to accept criticism, and you grow from that. Accept criticism. People are going to share with you some criticisms, and you grow from that. You have to have a desire to learn. So yes, you can teach an old dog new tricks. You can learn, but you have to be open to learning. And that is why many of you might be listening today, because you are open to learning. You are hoping that I'm going to say something that you can take back with you, that you will learn from this. So, you have to have a desire to learn. There are lots of different ways to learn today. I mean, with the internet, with social media, there's so many opportunities for us to learn, from podcasts, from watching events like this, from, using social media. You can go to YouTube to learn things. You can go to TikTok. You can learn, and you just have to have that desire. The books that are out here, if you don't like to read, there are audio books. So you have to have that desire to learn. Your own professional development has to be important to you. And there's so many different modalities, so many different ways you can learn. So there's really no excuse. And then build on your abilities. We're all gifted and talented. Everybody is gifted and talented. We just have different gifts and different talents. And so you have to build on your abilities and know that you can develop them and build on them and grow them, so they're not fixed. Now, if anybody, as I'm going along, if you have any questions or anything, please drop them in the chat. And Tywauna is going to be monitoring that, and she'll share with me if somebody has a question. So don't hesitate to drop something, in the chat. If I drop a nugget that you like, just tell me that was good. All right, that'll help me as we're going along. So now yes.
Dr. Handy, we did have a few people that wanted to say some comments about what you've shared so far.
Okay, awesome.
So Lona Small, my Elaborate Topics co-host, said definitely an attitude of learning. So she popped in over on LinkedIn.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
We have Tracy Townsend over on YouTube. She said growth mindset is freedom. She loves that, along with true. There's no
Oh,
excuse for not learning. So we
absolutely. Thank you,
definitely,
Tracy.
yeah. So we have some people in our virtual learning laboratory. So you're giving some great nuggets, and I just wanted to pop those up on the screen. So I'll let you
All
continue
right.
to take it away.
All right, thank you. So keep dropping those nuggets and I'll come back to them, or, whatever, if you have a question, don't hesitate. So now we're going to talk about when you talk to yourself. What does that look like on the fixed mindset and the growth mindset? So the fixed mindset, remember I told you, that is the belief that skills, intellect, and talents are set. You're thinking, whatever you're born with, that's it for you. Right? So, when you talk to yourself, that person says, I'll just stick to what I know. Have you heard somebody say that before? I'll just stick to what I know. They don't want to do something different. They don't want to do it another way. They just say, oh, I'm just going to stick to what I know. Or how about that person that says, I'm good, AKA no change needed. I don't need to make any changes. I'm good. And that's what they say to themselves. I'm good. And that's what they say to others when someone is trying to help them, with their mindset, and they're thinking, no, I'm good. I don't need to make any changes. Or I can't do that. It's easy for them, but I can't do that. Right. And I think we all can slip between fixed mindset and growth mindset, because as I was just thinking about Tracy on here, who is a fitness coach, and I see Tracy doing things, and I probably say, oh, some of the exercise things I see her doing, I think I probably have said that before. I can't do that. It's easy for her. That's that fixed mindset. And I know, but one thing about me is I know that I need to change that, right? I need to change what I say when I talk to myself. So going over to that growth mindset, the belief that skills, intellect, and talents can be developed through learning, practice, perseverance. That's when you're just saying, just show me how, right? Just show me how to do it. If they just show me how to do it, I can do it. You're thinking, how can I do this better? Or I wonder how they did that. That's the growth mindset talk. When you're talking to yourself, you're like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. I just got to work harder. I got to make time. You're talking to yourself. You're telling yourself what you have to do. That's that growth mindset. You believe in yourself. You believe that you can do it. Sometimes we have to have a coach or someone to help us with our mindset. So don't think that you have to do these things all by yourself. Sometimes you have to have a coach. You have to have somebody to work with you to get you out of that fixed mindset. I'll go back to, like diet and exercise. I have to have somebody to help me with some of those things. I can't do it all by myself, but I know that. So I don't mind, but then I will tell myself, you can do this. And I'm talking to myself, you can do this, Chris. You can keep driving past the ice cream store. You don't have to stop. You can do this. So you do have to talk to yourself, and that's okay. So remember when I was telling you, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. You have to talk to yourself, and who is the best person you can talk to? You, right? You're the best person to have that conversation and encourage yourself. There's a gospel song that says sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And so you have to do that. You have to tell yourself, you have to pump yourself up. You are the best hype person for yourself, telling yourself, I got this, I can do this. I use exercise a lot because that's one of my big challenges. But when I'm out walking, I tell myself, you can do this. You can go a little bit further. If my partner is not there, my accountability partner, one of my girlfriends, if she's not there, I just tell myself, you can do this. You got this. Keep going. All right. Don't stop. So you have to talk to yourself. All right. So now I'm going to switch gears from that fixed mindset and the growth mindset, because this is another, these are two mindsets that I like to talk about because I see this so much. I told you I am an entrepreneur and I love to help others to realize their financial goals, their dreams and aspirations. You know, people talk about they want freedom. People talk about they want to be ready to retire when it's time to retire, you know, and I help others, but I see this so much. Scarcity mindset is a limited belief system. And then on the other side, you have that abundance mindset. That's where you just believe there is enough for everyone. So that on that scarcity mindset, you know, that's the people who thinking that, you know, everybody can't get that piece of the pie. Because, you know, people say, oh, you know, I want my piece of the pie. And some people are saying there's just not enough pie. The market is saturated. You know, there's, you know, no one else needs this product. Too many people selling it already. You know, they're pessimistic, right? They have that worried mentality. Oh no, I can't do that. No. You know, they have that lack mentality. I put that one down there, hoarding. They want to save it all because, you know, they're not going to get any more. You know, and when I was preparing this, I thought about some things that I have to, you know, even in myself, I was wondering, you know, I'm one of those people who like keep my clothes in my closet. I got the 8, the 10s, the 12s, you know, and why do I keep all these things? Because, you know, like it's not like I couldn't go get some more. If I get back down to an 8, I can go get some more. Right? I'm not an 8 right now, right? I haven't seen 8 in a little while, but I still got those 8s. You know, I'm hoarding. Let them go, right? And when I get down to an 8 again, I'll go buy me some new, right? So, but it's that scarcity mindset, you know. So we have to, and fear is a big piece of that scarcity mindset. Just afraid, like that they won't be able to get any more, or you know, I can't do it. You know, it's too many people already doing it. They're afraid. What if people tell me no? What if, you know, I just can't, right? So that's that scarcity mindset, and just really, it kind of aligns with that fix. They have a limited belief system. I mean, people with a scarcity mindset, they think small because they just don't believe that they can have it. They don't believe that they can have more. You know, some people say, I've been poor all my life. Stop claiming that. Don't speak that into existence. You know, I've been poor all my life. Well, you don't have to stay poor, right? So, you know, we don't want people to get rid of that's that stinking thinking, I call it. Stinking thinking. Get rid of that. You know, you cannot let fear control you. People with a scarcity mindset, they avoid taking risk. They're afraid someone's going to say no. You know, they won't apply for a better job because they're so comfortable where they are, but they don't make enough money, but they're afraid to go somewhere else because they're comfortable. That's that scarcity mindset. But oh my goodness, when you switch to that abundance mindset and know that there is plenty out there is enough for everyone. Everybody can get their piece of the pie. You know, I'm reading a good book right now. This book is called We Should All Be Millionaires. It's by Rachel Rodgers. Oh, I love her. Her personality just comes through in her writing. But the title of the book was good enough for me. We should all be millionaires, including me, including you. There's enough for everyone, right? The people who are millionaires, they don't have a corner on the market, right? There is enough for everyone. So that abundance mindset, I read a lot of books that have to do with this. There's another book I have. This is one of my favorites. It's called Life is Rich: How to Create Lasting Wealth by Nate Scott. This book I have read over and over and over. There's a couple of chapters I just like to read them again because they just keep reminding me that life is rich and that I can create lasting wealth. So that's by Nate Scott. That's a good book as well. But people who have an abundance mindset are optimistic. I mean, they just think they believe it can happen. It can happen to me. I can be a millionaire, right? They look for solutions. They're not just focused on the problems, they're looking for solutions. So if you want to get out of debt and you have an abundance mindset, you're figuring it out. How are you going to do that? Right? If you, if you want to be able to buy some real estate, you're going to look for the solution. How do you do that? You believe in wealth, not lack. You believe that there are no limits. Like, you can't tell me I can't do something. You cannot tell me that I can't do something. There are no limits to what I can do. And I have, I've had some amazing experiences in my career, some things that, I've won some things I wasn't supposed to win. Some elections that I really, wasn't supposed to win. But I just have a no limit mentality. I have that abundance mentality. I believe that there are resources, so versus the scarcity mindset is hoarding, trying to, hold on and save things. And I believe there's an abundance of resources. And so that abundance mindset knows that there are resources out there. There's information out there. There's professional development out there. There are coaches out there. That's that abundance mindset, tapping into your resources. There's enough for everyone. There are no limits. We can all be wealthy. Rachel Rogers says we should all be millionaires. Her book is really geared toward, it's a woman's guide to earning more, building wealth, and gaining economic power. See, all I need is the title. I just look at this every day and just say yes. And I just put an I should be a millionaire. I'm ready for it. So I'm just saying, surround yourself with positive people who also have an abundance mindset. You just can't fill your head, because it's all in your head, and you don't want to be hanging around people who don't have that same kind of thinking, because they will pull you down. And so it's all in what you think and what you believe. Once again, I said it's all in your head. So thinking about it's all in your head, this is one of the things that I really believe in, affirmations. What are affirmations? They're short statements that are repeated regularly to strengthen a belief. So whatever it is that you're believing in, you just got to claim it. You have to claim it, and, speak those things that are not as though they were. That's in the word, right? So you have to claim it. You have to speak it. I put affirmations around places where I will see them. I will stick them on the bathroom mirror, and I will repeat them in the mornings. I change them up. I change them around. I put them on light switches, little sticky notes, and, affirmations. Say them to yourself. Teach your children positive affirmations. Have them to say things before they go to school. I am smart. I am beautiful. Teach your children the power affirmations. You're just claiming it. I am worthy of all that I desire. I am open to limitless possibilities. I am worthy of an abundant life. I am living in prosperity. I mean, these are just some of the things that, I just say to myself. I'm proud of my success. You can be proud of yourself. It's okay. It is okay, right? I have many sources of income. I'm just claiming it. I believe in multiple streams of income. So I just claim it. I have many sources of income. Abundance is all around me. Woo! As I'm saying it, I'm just speaking that out to all of you on this call. I create opportunities. I am a money magnet. I mean, whatever it is that you want to attract, what do you want to happen in your life? Just claim it. I am healthy. I am living my best life. I put on here, I am living life like it's golden. That's a song, right? So affirmations are so important. You have to claim it. I am statements. I am statements. Well, I mean, if you think back, for those of you who might be in my age group, Muhammad Ali, what did he used to always tell everybody? I am the greatest. and he was, but he was saying that before he won all those titles, he was telling people, I am the greatest, right? So you have to speak those things that are not as though they were. All right, how we doing, Tywauna?
Absolutely. We got some people chiming in and saying some good stuff. We got Michelle. She said, yes, you control the mind over matter. So that was some good stuff. Yeah. And then we had Lona. She said, not enough people out there, not enough money out there, when you were talking about that scarcity mindset.
Yes, that's what they will say. You are so right, Lona.
Tracy said, yes, fear is huge. It keeps you away from your possibilities.
That you said something right there, Tracy.
That's good.
Fear does keep people from really living their best life because they're afraid. And I always tell people, like, they'll say, I don't know, I'm afraid, I'm scared. Like, what if it doesn't happen? Okay, but what if it does? What if you do realize your goals, dreams, and aspirations? What will your life look like? And that's why we have to think about it. We have to dream big, think big, because we have to think about, well, what if it does? Right? What if it does work? When people are thinking, like, I don't know if that'll work, but what if it does? But we won't know if it won't work until you work it. I always say, it works if you work it, right? It works if you work it. If you change your eating habit, it works if you work it. If you exercise, it works if you work it. That business and want to make some money, it works if you work it. Right? You have to work it. Those things that you want in life, it works if you work it. But you have to ask yourself, am I working it?
Absolutely.
And I like, there's a lot of songs, and the song that pops in my mind is that one that says, baby, I'm worth it. So you got to just say to yourself, I'm worth it, right? I'm worth it. I am worth it. So you have to work it because you are worth it. I'm talking to myself right now. So I just wanted to share a few more success mindsets, a solution-oriented mindset. Like, you can find a solution. You have a problem, you have to know that you can find a solution. Don't just focus on the problem, focus on the solution. I want you to have a dreamer mindset. Children, when a kid is in kindergarten, boy, they dream so big. Matter of fact, they don't even have to be in kindergarten. I have an 11-year-old in my house, and if you tell them to start planning their birthday, they dream. Because they're not worried about how much it costs. They're not worried how many people would come or not come. They just dream big. So you start telling her to think about, what does she want? You don't ask, what do you want for your birthday? Because, oh my goodness, she's a big dreamer. We lose that somehow. We left that in our childhood. Dream big. Have a dreamer mindset. Know that you are worth it. Whatever the problems are, come up with the solution and work it. Make it happen. Impact mindset. We can't just do things and be selfish. It can't just be for you. What impact are you going to make on this world, on somebody? Like, you can't just be selfish with your gifts. Many of us people are sitting on their gifts when they can use their gifts to make an impact. Somebody will be blessed from your gifts. If you've been talking about writing a book, your book can make an impact. It can be a blessing. Whatever you have, the words, the story you need to share can make an impact on somebody else. It can make a change in somebody else's life. Don't keep it to yourself. You can't keep your gifts to yourself. So don't just sit on your gift, because we have all been given a gift to go out and make an impact on somebody, be a blessing to someone else. Gratitude mindset. We got to be thankful. think about, I like to, when I wake up in the morning, and I wake up in the morning, one of the first things I do is I have prayer, and I am thankful. I think about what are the small things that I'm grateful for. So, but sometimes if you just sit down and write down things that you are grateful for, my goodness, look at that list. We are so blessed. And so we have to sit down. Sometimes we just have to have that gratitude mindset and think about the things that we are thankful for. A creative mindset, so important. Be creative. When we talk about solution oriented, that's aligned with being creative. We have so many talents and things that we can do, but we just have to be creative and think about what's another way to do something. What changes can we make, in our life? Or even just thinking, let's say if you were working on your finances, be creative. What kind of changes can you make? If you're trying to be debt free, be creative. What can you do to make some changes to how you're budgeting right now? Be creative. If you're trying to develop a plan for how you're going to, get exercise in, be creative in how you might do your schedule a little differently so you can make it happen. I'm talking to myself right now. Be creative. So these are success mindsets. And remember, what I want you to remember is all in your head, right? So what you put in your head, it's like sometimes we have to put up those, on the computer when something is not right. You try to go somewhere that's not good for your computer. You used to have those pop-up blockers. I think the computers have gotten a lot more savvy today. I don't see that as often. But remember, it used to have pop-up blockers that would come up and say, no, we have to have pop-up blockers in our head. When those negative things come in your head, have some pop-up blockers. All right, I'm going to try to bring this to a close. I'm looking at my time. How are we doing, Tywauna?
You are actually doing pretty good. We have about 15 minutes before the end of the show, and I want to make sure you have time to be able to give your contact information. So I would say, within the next 5 minutes or so.
Okay, all right, awesome. So I just want you to know that it's okay to lose your mind, because sometimes we got to change our mind. We got to change our mindset. So it's okay to lose your mind. I tell people, you better lose your mind. Like, you better, it's okay. And it's okay to talk to yourself. But some people think that's strange. We do it naturally, but it's okay to talk to yourself. And even when I read my affirmations, I say them out loud. Nobody's in my bathroom but me. So I don't know if anybody ever hears me talking to myself, but I read my affirmations out loud. So it's okay to talk to yourself. And so these are just some things in order to change your mindset. These are some things that I just want to encourage you to do. Focus on the journey. Think about where you want to go and what you have to do to get there. And then just make sure you have the right mindset. I talked about those success mindsets. Make sure you have those mindsets. And that's going to help you to really focus on your journey. Incorporate yet. What do you mean by that, Christine? So instead of, remember that fixed versus growth mindset, instead of saying, I can't do that yet. Right? I don't know how yet. Right? Whenever I have gone for something or applied for a position that I didn't get, I always say, God said, not that, not yet. Right? Not that, not yet. That's what, when I don't get something, I don't get all upset about it, because I say, you know what? God said, not that, not yet. Right? The first time that I ran for national president of the National Association of Secondary School Principals, I did not win. And I just said, God said, not that, not yet. And I came back and I ran again the next year and I won. So you just have to have that, incorporate that yet mentality. So I just say, I'm not a millionaire yet. I'm not yet, right? So I want you to just think about, like, okay, I didn't win that yet, right? So incorporate that yet into, those are some things just say to yourself. Pay attention to your words and your thoughts. Don't, have those pop-up blockers. If you find yourself saying you can't do, pop up, like we don't say can't yet, right? So pay attention to the words and the thoughts, the things that you speak. I'll tell people, don't speak that negative. Don't say that. We're not going to claim that, right? So pay attention to the words, to your words and your thoughts. Sometimes you can't control others, but pay attention to what you say. Because just like you're saying, those I am, those affirmations, you don't want people, or you don't want to even speak negative. You don't want to say, I can't do that because I am broke. No, I can't do that yet. Right? Don't say I'm broke. Nobody, don't claim that. Don't even speak those words into the atmosphere. Right? Somebody asks you, let's go on this vacation. I don't want you to say, oh no, I don't have the money. No, I don't have the money. What? Yet. So pay attention to your words and your thoughts. And then I want you to take on challenges. Then mind you, I'm telling you, I'm speaking to myself this whole time. Take on challenges. There are some things that you were thinking you want to do, you would like to do, and you have had that, be honest, you've had either that scarcity mindset, that fixed mindset, but we're going to change that today. You're going to take on challenges. Take on challenges. Say, I can do this. I will do this. I will make time for this because, baby, I'm worth it. Okay, all right. I can't sing, so don't try to do that. But, but take on those challenges. These are the things I want you to do. All right? All right, that's just that's one of my favorite ones. I tell people that all the time. When they don't get something, they're like, oh, I didn't get it. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. God says not that, not yet. So I hope you remember that quote. All right, so I'm going to just kind of bring it to a close. If you need to reach me, you can find my contact information at drchristinehandy.info. And remember, today we talked about it's all in your head. And remember the power of mindset. So, Tywauna, thank you so much, because really this has just really been, I feel like I've been really pumping myself up. I'm my best hype person for me. So there are some things I was saying, I'm like, Christine, you're talking to yourself. Take on that challenge. Right. And it didn't help to have my friend Tracy on here, who is a fitness coach, and she helps with health and wellness. And maybe you should have her come on your show sometime, because she's really good. But I can hear her in the back of my mind, like some of the things that she's been telling me. I'm like, okay, she's going to say, Christine, all those things you were saying, I don't want to hear. She's just going to tell me to say, not yet.
I love that. I mean, that was so on time, because we speak that all the time. Like, I want that position, but sometimes it's not yet. Like, it's just not time. And so Mary Wilson, she said, yes, it works. If you work it, yes, I am worthy. So that was one of the things she said. Are you
awesome, Mary? Yes, you are worthy, Mary.
Tracy said, yes, she's had a lot of those number of yet experiences. So true. And I just love those affirmations. Sometimes we forget, but you are so right there. There's power in your words, and what you speak comes to fruition. So that whole I am proud of my success is not about boasting or bragging, but you have to truly believe that. You have to believe what you've done is awesome. If you don't believe it, nobody else will. That's and I love I am a money magnet. Listen, money follow me around.
Hey, well, my girl said we should all be millionaires. So I'm like, we will all be millionaires. How about that? We will all be.
Right.
Everybody that's listening, everybody that's on here that's listening to this, I'm just gonna claim it for all of us. We will all be millionaires.
Right. It's just not happened yet, but it's in the works with our
That's right.
multiple screens because
That's
we
right.
attract money everywhere we go.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's see if anybody has any questions or anything before we wrap up. If you have any questions for Dr. Handy, you can go ahead and drop those in the chat.
And just remember, when I say it's all in your head, it's like those fears that we have, it's just all in your head. Just think about, it was nothing in that closet. I was scared, scared to go to sleep after watching that scary movie. I thought something was in the closet. My mom opened the closet. She said, it's all in your head. It's nothing in that closet. So sometimes that fear, those things that are holding us back, is all in your head. So let's we got to replace it with positive things in our head. That's the power of mindset.
You're right. Mindset is everything. That's why they say a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Woo! You said something there.
Waste or lose. So absolutely. So you gave some great recommendations. I tried to get those in the comments. Life is Rich by Nate Scott was one that you mentioned. We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rogers.
Yes, and
Oh
yes, and let me tell you another book. This actually was written by one of my former students. It's called Commit Everything, Regret Nothing. Finding Your Life's Work by DJ Alexander. Definitely. I think he had a great publisher. I think that was you, Tywauna. But this book, oh my gosh, is so good. And it just really takes you through some exercises to finding your life's work. And, I'm just very proud of him. And I went through some of the exercises myself. That's another good one that I love.
Dr. Handy, that was a great leeway because DJ is awesome. And for the audience, DJ will be in the Learning Laboratory next Tuesday. And the boy is bad. He published 2 books in 1 year. He developed his app. I mean, he's on fire. So that was a great segue to next week's mentor. So another educator in the building.
Wow. I didn't even know he was coming next week. That's awesome. I'll make sure I tune in.
Okay, so do you want to tell, I know you had it in your presentation, but do you want to tell the viewers how they can get and stay connected with you, your website, your social media handles?
Yes. So definitely. So you can find me, all of my social media handles and everything is at www.drchristinehandy.info. You can find me, I use my name on Facebook, Christine Handy. There are a couple of Christine Handy, so you're going to have to find a picture. And on Instagram, I am Christine Handy. And then on TikTok is Dr. Handy. So, so I'm really easy to find. And like I said, I focus on helping others to really realize their financial aspirations and also do some coaching and speaking as well. And I just really, I just trying to make an impact. I really want to help others to be ready to retire when they want to retire. I tell people we're working on creating our own Social Security. We are not waiting for the government Social Security. So we're creating our own Social Security. Someone told me the other day that they could not retire until they could collect Medicare. I said, what age is that? They're like 67. I said, oh, yeah. So she was like, can you help me? Yes, I'm going to help you. We're not waiting until we're 67, waiting on Medicare. We're going to make enough money so that you can get your own health insurance until Medicare kicks in. How about that? She's like, thank you. So, that's what I do. I really work a lot with those who are preparing for their retirement.
Awesome. And you really do help people create those additional streams. So I definitely love that.
Yes, I believe in multiple streams of income. And so I try to help others to do the same because it's so, so important. I don't care how much money you make. You know, how do you think these people are millionaires? Because they have multiple streams of income. And like the book says, we should all be millionaires. It works if you work it.
Absolutely. So viewers, I hope you were able to get some nuggets tonight in our virtual learning laboratory with Dr. Christine Handy, where she talked to us about our mindset. As always, we come into the laboratory to learn. You get all of this great knowledge, and then you must apply it. And after you apply it, you have to go out and teach somebody else, because that's how we all get better. So please tune in next week, next Tuesday, same bat channel, same bat place at 8 p.m. Eastern time with another mentor. Will be in the laboratory next week. Mentor is DJ Alexander, talking to us about our life's work. Until we meet again, please have an awesome week, and please share this out. Remember, sharing is caring, and it's that whole growth mindset and abundance mindset, sharing with somebody else. One of the mentors said there's wisdom in the room, so bring other people in the room with us. So Patricia said, awesome presentation. Definitely appreciate it. And until next week, have an amazing, amazing, amazing day.
All right. Thank you so much, Tywauna.